While 3.5 billion people stop the world to watch 22 men chase a ball, there exists a silent group that simply doesn't care. But here's what nobody tells you about these people. They're not normal. And science has finally discovered why. But before I reveal the psychological secret behind these individuals, you need to understand something that will completely change how you see the world. And I'm going to show you that at minute 423 of this video. You won't believe it. Right now, take this test as you watch. Answer mentally. Do you prefer being in a crowded stadium or an empty library? Do you find complex strategy more interesting than pure action? Do you care more about the result or the process? If you answered library, strategy, and process, congratulations. You belong to the 15% of the population with a specific type of brain wiring. And here's where it gets bizarre. Researchers from Cambridge University discovered something shocking. People who don't watch football have 3 distinct neurological characteristics. The third one will make you question everything about yourself. Characteristic number 1, a different reward system. While most people release dopamine with tribal victories, the brains of these individuals are literally programmed to seek other types of stimulation. But wait, this doesn't mean they're superior or inferior. It means something much more interesting. Characteristic number 2, information processing. The prefrontal cortex of these people processes patterns differently. They see football and think, why 90 minutes for maybe 2 goals? But here's the plot twist. It's not about intelligence. It's about preference architecture in the brain. Some brains are built for collective euphoria. Others are built for individual depth. Neither is better. They're just optimized for different experiences. And this leads us to the most controversial discovery. People who don't watch football aren't lacking something. They're prioritizing something else. Their brains have made an unconscious cost-benefit analysis. 90 minutes of football equals 90 minutes not spent on whatever their brain considers more rewarding. For some, that's building a business. For others, it's mastering an instrument. For many, it's simply being alone with their thoughts. And that's not antisocial, that's selective optimization. Now let me show you the 5 personality archetypes. See which one you are. Type 1, the intellectual. For them, football is too random. They need complex systems. Chess, yes. Football, no. Their brains crave predictability and deep strategy. The chaos of a ball bouncing unpredictably doesn't satisfy their need for logical patterns. They'd rather spend 3 hours analyzing a single chess position than watching 90 minutes of what they perceive as controlled chaos. Type 2, the creator. Time is the most valuable resource. 90 minutes watching equals 90 minutes not creating. These individuals measure everything in opportunity cost. Every moment consumed is a moment not produced. They're not judging you for watching. They're just acutely aware that their creative window is limited, and they've chosen to protect it fiercely. Type 3, the strategic introvert. It's not about the game. It's about escaping the social pressure of faking enthusiasm. They've been to the parties. They've pretended to care about the score. And they've realized that life is too short to perform interest in things that genuinely bore them. This isn't antisocial behavior, it's radical authenticity. Type 4, the hyper-focused. When they're obsessed with something, football simply doesn't exist on their radar. These are the people who can spend 6 months learning a new language or building a startup. Their attention is a laser, not a floodlight, and right now, that laser isn't pointed at sports. Type 5, the unconscious rebel. They don't watch because everyone else does. It's an assertion of individuality. But here's the truth nobody admits. Some people need to not like popular things to feel special. And that's okay too. We all construct identity through contrast. But there's a 6th type I haven't mentioned yet, and this one is the most controversial. I'm going to reveal it soon. But first, you need to understand what people who don't watch football are really seeking. Drop a like if you're curious about that 6th type. It's not about football. It's about meaning. While a football fan's brain finds meaning in tribal belonging and collective identity, These individuals seek meaning in depth, not width. Imagine someone who never watched a World Cup but spent that time learning piano. Years later, they play for 3 people in a cafe, and one of those people cries. That moment? For them, it's worth more than 1,000 goals. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just different. Remember I said I'd show you something at minute 423? Here it is. People who don't watch football aren't antisocial. They're selectively social. While you spend 90 minutes watching football, they're building businesses, creating art, or diving into conversations that will last years. It's not that they don't like human connection. It's that they've chosen where to invest that energy. And now, the 6th type I promised. The rarest of all, the ex-fan. These people loved football until the day they stopped completely. Why? Because they had an epiphany. They were living someone else's life, cheering for other people's victories, feeling other people's defeats, investing emotion in something they couldn't control, and one day they simply chose to invest in themselves instead. Here's the bomb. Statistics show that 23% of people who don't watch football used to be obsessed fans. Think about that. Almost a quarter of non-watchers aren't people who never cared. They're people who cared too much and consciously walked away. They realized that their identity had become entangled with the performance of strangers, and they decided to reclaim that energy. This isn't a critique of football fans. This is about understanding choice. Some people find genuine joy, community, and meaning in sports. Their brains are wired for collective experience, and that's beautiful. But others find that same joy in solitude, in creation, in deep one-on-one connections. And that's equally beautiful. The question isn't whether football is good or bad. The question is, do you know why you make your choices? Are you watching because you genuinely love it, or because everyone else does? Are you not watching because you genuinely don't care, or because you're trying to be different? So, do you watch football or not? The truth is, it doesn't matter. What matters is knowing why you do what you do. If you watched until here, you're already different. You seek understanding, not just entertainment. Leave in the comments which of the 6 types you are, and if this changed how you see yourself or others, subscribe for more content like this. The real question isn't about football, it's about how you choose to spend the finite hours of your life. And whatever you choose, make sure it's actually your choice. And speaking of choices that reveal who you are, I just dropped another video in this Psychology of People series that's going to blow your mind. It's about the psychology behind why some people treat their birthday like any other day. If you thought this video was eye-opening, wait until you discover what science says about people who completely ignore their own birthday. Click the video on screen right now because the psychology behind it is absolutely fascinating. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one.